Hey, good afternoon. What's up, boxing fans? Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming, and it is time for our official pre-release preview fight of the second set of heavyweights. And today's fight will feature a matchup between the hard-hitting James Bonecrusher Smith and Ron Lyle. And Smith, of course, was one of the Alphabet champions. Probably the stare down in the history of the heavyweight division. Looked absolutely maniacal prior to the fight. Big punch. So on the chin. He could take some punishment, but he could also get caught. Ron Lyle, a very durable fighter. One of those fighters that just came along at the wrong time. His heyday was in an era where there were lots of good heavyweights, most notably Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Ken Norton, and the like. So unfortunately, Lyle was never a champion, but in another time, he possibly could have been a heavyweight, world heavyweight champion. So cards, I did get them back from the printer yesterday afternoon. So in the process of sorting those now, and everything that's been ordered will ship out on Monday on schedule. So I am happy that the printer was able to get them turned around before the end of the week. And then also after this fight, we'll be having our giveaway where we'll give away two free sets of this second heavyweight edition for Glory Days Boxing, and actually had just over 40 entries into that. So again, thank you for everyone who entered and appreciate the support of the game as well as the channel. And let's get going. I'm going to get my Excel score sheet up here. All right, in terms of traits, James Bonecrusher Smith does not have any. Ron Lyle has the not-so-tough trait, which indicates if less ring general stars than his opponent, you're going to subtract 1 from his power. These are both 6-star fighters, so the trait will not come into play. So it will be a fight as is, no traits affecting the outcome. We are ready to go. Let's make sure I have all the correct dice, which I don't. All right, now we are ready. So round number 1, and both fighters in their corner. Again, James Bonecrusher Smith, Ron Lyle, 10-round heavyweight fight. And this is the preview fight. These are the official heavyweight set 2 cards. And again, ready for shipment on Monday. Here we go. Smith in the blue or red corner, Lyle in the blue. And right out of the gate, Smith has 1 star from the outside, and Lyle 2 stars from the inside. He's going to start the fight in control. And 47, he's going to drive 2 punches home and a possible cut right out of the gate. Smith is a 6. And 4, Smith is going to sustain some facial damage. And 3, he's going to have swelling around the left eye. So first meaningful punch of the fight, and Smith has some damage to him. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the opening round. Fighters scoring up. Smith from the outside. He's going to take control. 79, he is going to miss. And looking to counter. Ron Lyle is a 7. He'll miss as well. On to the next segment. 6 and a 4, and it's going to be Lyle from the inside again. And 30. Lyle comes inside, ducks, gets 3 big punches home, possible knockdown. Smith, chin of 3, he's down, and 4, and he's going to be hurt for the next segment. So 2 minutes to go in the round. Lyle coming out blitzing Smith. It's going to be an unopposed action here in segment number 4. Lyle steps in, 87, and he's going to go from the inside, and that is going to be a clinch, so he wastes the opportunity to get Smith out of there early. Smith trying to shake off the cobwebs as fighters back to the center of the ring. And Smith from the inside, no stars. Lyle, 1 star from the outside. Lyle, 86 from the outside. That's going to be a miss. Looking to counter James Bonecrusher Smith. He misses as well. 1:20 seconds to go in the opening round. Smith already with swelling around that left eye. Lyle resets. Smith from the outside, 2 stars. And he's finally going to get control. 0-8. Lets the hands go. Devastating combinations land by Smith, and Lyle, his defense check and 1. He is going to block 1 of those, so 3 get through. Minute to go in the opening stanza. Smith finally looking to get untracked, and no stars for Smith. Lyle, 1 star from the inside. And 39 from the inside. 3 more punches land for Lyle. 19, and again a possible cut. Smith. And 9, and no cut, or the swelling will not worsen. So we move on. 40 seconds to go in the round. Lyle off to a good start in this fight. Has Smith 2 stars from the outside. Lyle with the advantage so far in punches landed. 1 star. Smith's going to be in control from the outside. He misses. Counter opportunity for Lyle, and Lyle 6, and just misses a big counter punch. 20 seconds to go in the opening round. Fighters work off the ropes and trying to work from the outside. James Bonecrusher Smith with a star as Lyle has one from the inside. Toe-to-toe they go. Lyle goes first, 93, and a clinch is going to end the round. So a rather slow round to start this fight off. 8-3 in terms of punches landed. And stamina, Lyle has 65, Smith 70. So Smith a very small advantage there as we go into round number 2. 5-punch differential, and we will go to the judges. And scoring at ringside today for this fight, Mills Lane is the referee. The judges are Harold Letterman, John Keane, and Louis Moret. And we will see how they see this opening round. I'm actually scoring this on my Excel sheet. See, for me, it's probably quicker to write, but there we go. Round number 2, fighters back in their corner. Dale Buckingham, welcome to the fight. Al, Red Sox fan, welcome both of you. Round number 2, and we are underway. 5s for each, and it's going to be toe-to-toe to start the round. Lyle, momentum from the last round, goes first from the outside, 21, and Ron Lyle from the outside. Gets 3 punches home. Smith ducks into the pocket, lets his hands go as well. And Smith is not good from the outside. He misses, would have been a possible cut. We move on. So Lyle has an advantage early in this fight, keeping Smith at a safe distance. Smith, 2 stars from the outside. He's in control, lets the hands go, and lets them go with a big, devastating 4-punch combo. Possible knockdown. Lyle, he's got a good chin. It's going to be tested here. 5 or less, he's in trouble. 20, and he is fine. So Smith, Howard's right hand closes that salvo, and Lyle shakes it off, laughs at him. 2 stars from the inside for Smith. He's going to be in control. 86, he's going to miss from the actually inside. 86 will be a clinch. So we move on to the next segment. 2 minutes to go, round number 2. And no stars for Smith. Lyle taking control from the outside. He misses. Smith looking to counter. Smith counters on 1-4. Misses as well. 2 minutes to go in the round. Fighters getting their distance. Smith paused with the jab. Tries to work inside. He has 2 stars. Lyle has 2 stars. They're going to go toe-to-toe. This time Smith goes first. 39 from the inside. And Smith, punishing cross, follows a jab. Lyle resets. Looks to answer in the pocket. 77, Lyle misses. So Smith faring much better in this round than he did the opening round. Bonecrusher resets. Again, 2 stars from the outside. Toe-to-toe they go again from the outside. And Smith, 26, 3 punches land. Another possible knockdown. Lyle lets his hands go from distance as well. And 40 from the outside, Lyle. And that's going to be a couple of punches of his own, but chin check for Ron Lyle. Bonecrusher Smith launching the big bombs early. Lyle shakes it off again. He's got a great chin. Smith shakes his head. What's he got to do to get him out of here? 1 star for Smith and no star. Smith working from the outside. 77. He's going to miss that. Lyle steps in behind a sharp right hand. Gets 2 punches in on the counter opportunity. Closes the gap. 1 minute to go, round number 2. Smith pacing now. 2 stars from the outside. Toe-to-toe again. Smith goes first again. 0-9. And from the outside, that is going to be another 4-punch salvo for Smith. Smith letting the hands go with efficiency here in round number 2. Lyle resets, lets his hands go as well. And Lyle gets through 4 big punches. So a great exchange there. Both fighters landing heavy leather as we are down to 40 seconds to go in the second round. Slide edge to Smith so far, and punches landed, and it's going to be another toe-to-toe exchange, this time from the inside. Smith brings it and misses. Lyle clinches, gets his hands free, lets his hands go. 16 from the inside. 4 punches land for Lyle. Ron Lyle comes back. A good action round here in the second. 20 seconds to go. The fighters move in. Smith, 2 stars from the inside, takes control, 57, misses. Lyle with the opportunity to counter, lets his hands go 4, and Lyle closes it with a cross and a hook. Big second round, and Lyle stormed back at the end after Smith had control early. 17-13 in terms of punches landed. A lot of action. Crowd is on their feet. So big round for both fighters, and Lyle took a couple of hellacious shots from James Bonecrusher Smith. 4-punch differential. This is going to be a close round. Could go either way on any of the judges' cards. I'd have to go with Smith due to the power shots he landed. Let's see what the judges think. See if they like that as well. So as we head into round number 3, stamina, this could come into play rather early in this one. Neither fighter is what you would call the most or extremely conditioned, I guess would be a good word for it. Stamina 65-70 to start, and going into round number 3, James Bonecrusher Smith, he has 45 left. Lyle has 49. So here we go. Fighters back in their corner. Good action fight thus far. And checking in the chat, Bob Lilly is with us, as is Mark Jones, San Diego Jaws, and Steeler Fan 1933. Hello, everybody. San Diego Jaws, long line at the popcorn stand. Luckily, there were no knockdowns. Only damage thus far, Smith has swelling around the left eye, sustained in round number 1. Fighters meet in center ring, and it's going to be 2 stars from the inside for James Bonecrusher Smith. He's got control again, lets the hands go 12 from the inside. Devastating combinations again, and Smith working well on the inside. No defensive shift to that for Lyle. Lyle is a pretty much just an average defensive fighter as the fighters reset. Lyle, no stars for either. From the inside, James Bonecrusher Smith goes first 8. 4 more big punches landed. Smith early in this round, letting the hands go and scoring against Lyle. Lyle tries to fight back from the inside, and he gets in a couple of shots of his own, but definitely that exchange went to James Bonecrusher Smith. He's off to a very fast start, round number 3. Gets a distance. Smith, 1 star each fighter, toe-to-toe again from the inside. Again, Smith in the pocket. 3 punches land this time. Lyle looking to answer and keep pace. And 90 is going to be a clinch, so take 2 of those punches away from Smith using the optional clinch rule. Lyle wants no part of these exchanges, trying to hang on now. Smith circling around to the outside. Lyle dips inside, 1 star. He's in control, 17. Lets the hands go. 4 punches land for Ron Lyle, and Smith with the defensive check. And he's going to take all those. Minute 40 seconds to go, round number 3. Good action fight for the big boys thus far. 2 stars on the inside for Smith. 2 stars on the inside for Lyle. Lyle with momentum goes first. 20, lets the hands go from the inside. Hard cross, caps the sequence. 4 big punches land, and the fighters are going toe-to-toe. Crowd on their feet screaming. Smith looks to answer back. 17 from the inside. 3 punches land of his own, and Smith keeping pace. Very good action early in this fight. We'll see how long they can sustain this. Minute 20 seconds to go in the round, and Smith 1 star from the outside. Lyle 2 from the outside. He's in control, 58. He's going to miss, however. Looking to counter is James Smith, 15. He misses as well. Minute left in the round. Fighters reset, take a breath. Not much action so far in terms of Mills Lane having to intervene as these fighters are letting their hands go. And 2 stars from the inside. Lyle in control, 23. Jab, double cross, 3 big punches land, and we have another possible facial injury, 6 or less, and 9, no. Smith is fine, still has that swelling around the left eye, sustained in the first round. And it's going to be toe-to-toe again. Lyle goes first from the inside, 69. Lyle's going to miss. That would have been a possible knockdown. He really hasn't tattooed Smith that hard yet. Smith lets his hands go. He's going to score. Heavy blows find the mark. 3 big punches land. 20 seconds to go in the round. Smith forges ahead and punches landed. Another good action round, 15-13 in punches landed. Smith from the outside has control. Dances in, 94, and 94 is going to be a clinch, and that ends the round. And probably a well-deserved break for both fighters there. 15-13, another close round between Ron Lyle and James Bonecrusher Smith. And we will see how the judges score this one. Okay, early in this bout, looks like Smith might have a very, very narrow advantage. We head into round number 4 now. Fatigue in stamina, 32 left for Bonecrusher, 34 left for Lyle. And again, that's going to come into play at some point. Seconds are out of the ring. Bell rings. Philip Reynolds and Daniel McCord have joined the fight. Thank you very much. Watching the horse races. And Philip, I did see your order, buddy. It'll be ready to ship by Monday. So welcome both of you to the fight. Here we go, round number 4. And James Smith wades in, gets inside, and 2 stars for each fighter. They're going to go toe-to-toe again. And again, Lyle goes first, 14. Lyle, he's going to get 4 big punches in, possible knockdown. We'll come back to that as Smith looks to answer. These guys are not holding back early in this one. 47. Oh, and Smith just misses. He would have had a possible knockdown as well. Chin check for James Bonecrusher Smith. 15, shakes it off. Heavy blows by Lyle. Both fighters throwing ferocious haymakers early in the 4th round. 5 for each fighter and another toe-to-toe from the outside. Lyle goes first again. Lyle misses his opportunity. Smith resets. Pause with a jab and looks out. Would have been a possible knockdown, but his punches fall short. So both fighters throwing heavy leather. 2 stars for Smith from the outside. He is in control. 89 from the outside would have been another possible knockdown. Instead, that is going to be a miss. And looking to counter on Lyle. 11, he misses as well. So things slow down a little bit here in the 4th. 2 minutes to go in the round. And 5 for each fighter. And it's going to be toe-to-toe again from the outside. And again, Lyle goes first. He misses. Lyle maintaining that momentum. Smith, he misses as well. So maybe fatigue is setting in here early in the 4th round. The 2nd, 3rd, 2 heavy action rounds, especially for heavyweights. From the outside, Smith now takes back control, 95, and that's going to be a possible foul for it. That is just outside of his foul rating, but he does get a punch home as we move up to 1 minute, 20 seconds to go in the 4th round. And 5, 1 star for Smith, and both fighters toe-to-toe. Smith goes first this time, lets the hands go. Lyle blocks those, fires back, and 85, he is going to step into a clinch with 1 minute to go in the round. So both fighters taking a breather here, and it's going to be toe-to-toe from the outside. And again, Smith goes first. And from the outside, 0-8. 4 big punches get home for Bonecrusher, and 6 just misses a possible knockdown opportunity. Lyle fires back now. And Lyle, 20, he scores, and a possible knockdown to Smith. 3 punches get home. Smith, can he hold up to these punches again? And the dice falls out of the ring. And 18, Smith takes it. So both fighters standing up to some heavy shots early in this one. 2 for both fighters, and Smith takes control from the outside. And again, low numbers. 4 punches land for Bonecrusher, and Lyle looking to defend. And he takes all of those. 20 seconds to go in the round. Smith forges slightly ahead. This has been a close fight thus far. 2 stars for the outside for Bonecrusher. He's in control. He misses, looking to counter on Lyle. And Lyle, bell rings as he misses on the counter opportunity. So things slow down a little bit there, 9-7, but another close round. Every round has been close thus far. And we'll see how the judges score this. Okay. And the only judge in this fight with any scoring bias is judge number 3, Louis Moret, and he tends to favor, if there's a 5-punch or greater punch differential, he tends to favor the fighter that landed the most punches. The other fighter or the other judges are neutral. But we are set to go. Round number 5. Great fight thus far. Stamina going into this round. Both fighters at 25 now, so it's going to be a race to 0. 1, 2 stars from the inside for Bonecrusher Smith, and they're going to start this round the way they finished the last, toe-to-toe. Smith with momentum. He goes first. He misses. Lyle sets his feet in the pocket, lets the hands go. 22, and that's going to be 3 punches land. So Smith looking to regroup now, 2 stars, and he's going to take, nope, it's going to be another toe-to-toe from the outside. Ron Lyle goes first this time, 97, and that is going to be a possible foul for Lyle. 11, that will not be a foul. 1 punch will land, and as they are even, toe-to-toe opportunity will come off for James Bonecrusher Smith as well. He lets the hands go. 44 from the outside. He misses. 2:20 to go in the round. Lyle off to a slight lead in this round. Trying to keep this at space. Smith has been much better inside than Lyle has in this one. 2 stars as Smith again works inside, and he's got control there. And 97, but 97, and that is going to be a punch landed for Smith. Possible foul, 9, and that is above his foul rating. 2 minutes to go in the round, getting a little bit chippy. And Lane, who is a very strict on fouls, adds 2 to the fighter's foul rating. He's letting it go thus far. So Smith again on the inside, 2 stars, toe-to-toe. He's going to go first from the inside. And 96, and another potential foul. Instead, that will be a punch landed. No foul on that. Lyle lets his hands go. And 87, and 87 will be a clinch, so we'll take that punch away. 1:40 seconds to go. Fighters wrestling a bit more. Crowd starting to get a little restless. These fighters set a big pace early. Outside, Smith in control. 99, and we are going to the rare event chart. Would have been a possible knockdown if he had landed. But let's see what the event chart has for us. 41. 41 is going to be fighters engage in vicious toe-to-toe exchange. 6 punches each land. That puts Smith at 7 for the round. And up to 10 goes Lyle and the crowd coming to their feet. Minute left in the round. Great exchange on the inside. Even Mills Lane, the expression on his face, a gasp as 2 for the outside. Smith with a star. And Lyle inside takes control with 2 stars. He misses. Looking to counter from the inside is James Bonecrusher Smith. And a cross punctuates a nice 2-punch counter. 40 seconds to go in the round. Again, another close round. 10 punches to 9 so far. 4, and that's going to be 2 stars from the outside. 1, Smith in control from the outside. 34, that's going to be 2 punches get through. And defense for Lyle. And Lyle, 15, takes them both. Final 20 seconds of the round. These fighters well matched thus far. 2 stars for Smith from the outside. He's in control again. 51. He's going to miss. Lyle looking to counter. Would have been a possible knockdown, and that's the bell. So another close round. 11 punches to 10. Smith with the advantage. And both fighters, after the 6th round, will probably both be out of stamina. And with another close round, we'll see how the judges look at this. All right, 15. 15 stamina for Smith entering round number 6 and 14 for Lyle. And again, they'll probably both run out at the same time. Loss of stamina probably hurts Smith a little bit more. He'll be a little easier to KO, but still tougher to get that for Lyle. And we'll check in with the chat real quick as we get set. Astros Reefer, welcome, buddy. Very close fight so far. Chatter, welcome to the fight as well. Here we go, round number 6. Fighters meet at ring center, and it's going to be 1 star on the inside. Lyle takes control, however, from 2. Lets his hands go from the inside. He misses. Smith deflects those punches, fires back. Cannot connect. And these fighters have not, they've stayed at center ring and let the hands go pretty much the entire fight. And Smith takes control from the outside. 18, and 18 is going to be a 3-punch salvo. Snaps Lyle's head back, and 5. Lyle's going to even add 1 to that as his defense falls apart. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the 6th round. No knockdowns yet. The only damage thus far is Smith with a swollen left eye. No stars from the outside. 2 stars. Lyle takes control from the outside, and Lyle, a blistering 4-punch assault, and 5, and that's going to be a possible knockdown. He catches Smith right at the end of a nice cross, and 7, and Smith shakes it off. Big punch to close that exchange from Ron Lyle, but Smith just smiles at him. Gets that wide-eyed look he gets before the fight. 2 stars to the outside for Smith. He's back in control. 25, and 3 punches connect for Bonecrusher, and defensive check for Lyle. And Lyle's going to take 1 of those away. So 6 total in the round thus far for Smith. Under 2 minutes to go now in the round. And 2 stars from the outside for Bonecrusher. He's in control. He misses. Lyle looking to counter. Lyle has countered better of the 2 fighters. He misses this time, though. 1:20 left. No stars for Bonecrusher, no stars for Lyle. They're going to go toe-to-toe, and going first will be Bonecrusher. 29 from the outside. 2 punches get through, and that's going to be a possible knockdown. We'll come back to that. Lyle gets his own punches home. 47 from the outside, and he just misses. So chin check now for Lyle. And 20 and a possible cut for Lyle. I'm sorry, that's never mind. Never mind, no damage. They move on. Minute to go in the round. So Bonecrusher looking to get back inside where he's been most successful, and no stars from the inside. This time Lyle takes control though. 34 from the inside. Lyle, 3 punches get through there as he rips the left and across home. Defensive check for Bonecrusher, and Bonecrusher takes them all. 40 seconds left in the round. Another close round. Every round has been very, very close. No stars, and 2 stars for Lyle. Lyle in control from the inside. 4 big punches get through for Lyle, and 13. No knockdown. Defensive check. He takes them all. 20 seconds to go in the round as Lyle forges ahead. And if he lands here, he can get Bonecrusher out of stamina, which would be huge. No stars for Bonecrusher. Lyle from the outside in control. 0-6. And 4 more punches get through. 15 for the round now, and defensively for Smith. 12 takes them all, and finally a decisive round for Ron Lyle as Smith. 8 punches landed in that round. Lyle in double figures again with 15, and Smith is gassed. Lyle has 6 stamina left. So we have a 7-punch differential in this round. This should go to Lyle. But in boxing, you never know. All right, so heading into round number 7, Lyle will have enough stamina left for this round. Smith, his numbers go, his power drops down to a 2 now. His chin to get knocked down goes to a 5, to be hurt an 8. KO chin is a 7. And that could be significant. Lyle will look to take advantage of that as we get ready for round number 7 here. It's been a very, very close fight thus far, and the crowd is very much into it. The big boys are throwing some leather. And Smith storms out for round number 7, takes control from the outside. 86, that's going to be a miss. Lyle looking to counter. 15, he misses as well. And again, being fatigued, Smith will have 1 punch deducted from everything he does land from this point on. He is in control from the inside again. And Smith, big salvo. 3 punches land with the deduction there. Lyle, defensive check, takes them all. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Smith has fought very well in tight. No stars, and 1 star from the inside for Lyle, 98, and that is going to be a potential foul. And Millane's adjustment is going to make that a foul, so he gets credit for the punch. And our first foul check of the fight, 12. And he's going to get a warning for holding. So round number 7, holding for Lyle, and that is the first warning of the fight for either fighter. Here we go, coming up on the 2-minute mark, round number 7. Smith from the outside takes control, 44, and Smith just misses. Whistling right hand grazes Lyle. He tries to counter. He cannot connect. So Smith, things have slowed down as he's fatigued, but he has a slight edge thus far. Lyle, though, takes back control from the outside. 30. That's going to be a cross, punctuating a double jab, and 7 defensive check for Smith. He's going to take those all. Lyle forges ahead slightly. Slow action round this time, still very close. So Lyle from the inside in control, 97. And that is going to be another foul. And Ron Lyle, he'll get a punch, but Lane now steps in and admonishes Lyle. And this time he's going to get a verbal dressing for using the elbows inside. So suddenly fouls coming into play as Lyle has been warned twice in this round. So holding and elbows. Again, that is only his second warning total, so we're not in danger of any point deduction or stoppage yet. No stars, and Lyle, 2 stars from the outside. Definitely a big round for Lyle. Would have been a possible knockdown, but he misses. Smith looking to counter. Smith gets the hands through and lands 1 punch on the counter with the fatigue deduction. 40 seconds to go in the round, and it's going to be 2 stars for Bonecrusher, and Bonecrusher lets the hands go. 4 punches reduced to 3 and 2. That's within his power. Possible knockdown. Lyle here right towards the end of the 7th round, and he shakes it off. That would have been a big turn of events as we move into the final 20 seconds. Lyle has taken everything Smith has thrown thus far. And Smith again in control, 97. And Smith, possible no punch lands due to the fatigue, and he does not get warned for the foul as the round comes to an end. So 7, and that is finally enough to end Lyle's fatigue as Lyle lands 5 punches in this round. Yet again, another close round. So it'll be interesting to see how the scoring goes in this one. Smith with a 2-punch advantage. At this point, it looks like Smith probably has a slight edge. We'll see. Both fighters fatigued now. So Lyle, his power also drops to a 2. His chin for a knockdown mirrors Smith. 5 to go down, 8 to be hurt. Getting knocked out, though, his rating is 5. Smith is now at a 7. So here we go. Round number 8. 3 rounds to go, and this one been a good fight thus far. Smith comes out. Lyle meets at center ring, and 3. It's going to be no stars for Smith. 1 star for Lyle from the inside. 83 and 83. That's going to be a clinch. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Still no knockdowns in this fight. Neither fighter been in any serious trouble thus far. Going to be toe-to-toe. Lyle leads it off. He misses. Smith lets his hand go from distance, and 41, and he's going to miss as well. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Both fighters now fatigued. It's starting to show as the pace has slowed considerably. 2 stars. Smith, both fighters 2 stars from the inside, and they're going to go toe-to-toe again. Again, Lyle will go first. He misses. Smith looking to counter. Smith does not, and Smith gets through 1 punch due to the fatigue reduction and then holds on. Mills Lane steps in, breaks him up from the inside. Smith looking to work, has 1 star. Lyle, though, gets outside, has 2 stars, lets the hands go, possible knockdown, but he misses. Smith looking to counter, and Smith gets in a punch on the counter opportunity. Minute 40 seconds to go in the round. Both fighters breathing heavily now. 2 stars for Smith from the inside, and Lyle has none. Smith is in control, and Smith's going to get 3 punches through from the inside, and Lyle defensively 3, he's going to add a punch to that. So minute 20 seconds to go. Smith looks to be the fresher, even though he fatigued first. 6, no stars, and Lyle 2 stars from the inside. Lyle cannot connect. He misses well, and Smith gets through a counter punch. Minute to go in round number 8. And it looks like this one may be going the distance. No stars for Bonecrusher. It's going to be a toe-to-toe from the outside. Smith goes first. He misses. Lyle fires back. Lyle looking to get anything home. He cannot connect. 40 seconds left in the round. This has definitely been an all Bonecrusher round, and he's back in control from the inside, and that is going to be another punch landed. Defensive check for Lyle, and he takes it. 20 seconds left. This round has been all Smith. Lyle has not landed any punch of significance at this point. And toe-to-toe, Smith goes first, 83 from the inside. That's going to be a clinch, though, and that ends the round. So a much slower pace, 8 punches to 0 in that round. And really no need to roll for the judges. That, with Lyle not landing any punches, going to be a definite 10-9 round for Bonecrusher. So 2 rounds to go in this fight. And Lyle's corner screaming, telling him he's got to make something happen. But both fighters dog tired. Here we go. 9th round. Bell rings. Fighters come out. And Lyle works inside, trying to work inside behind a jab. Gets a couple of punches through. And 13, no knockdown or cut. Smith's defensive check takes them both. 3-1, no stars, and 1 star for Lyle from the inside, 97. And that possible foul again does not get credit for the punch. And Mills Lane lets the rough stuff go on the inside. 1 star for Bonecrusher, 2 stars from the outside for Lyle. 68, Lyle misses. Smith looking to counter. He misses as well. 2 minutes to go in the round. Does not look like either fighter has what it takes to put an end to this. It's going to be a 1 star for Smith, and he's in control from the outside, 98 and 98. with a foul adjustment. Lane lets it go as well, and he does not get credit for a punch as he's fatigued. So both fighters wrestling. Mills Lane screaming at them, let's go, mix it up, fight. Lyle from the inside takes control, and we are going to the event chart again, second time. Again, that is good. We have not had a rare event yet in the fight. 11 and 11. Caution to the wind. +2 to power, +3 to own chin KO, +2 to opponent's chin KO for the rest of the round. So this applies to Ron Lyle. He's going to go all out for the last minute and 40 seconds here. So his power is going to go up by 2, but his own chin KO now is going to be an 8. So we'll see how that comes into play. So 4, if Lyle gets a 4 on his power check, he can get a possible knockdown now. And Smith from the inside, 2 stars. Lyle, it's going to be toe-to-toe from the outside. Lyle misses. Smith, his turn now. And Smith, we'll see if that caution to the wind comes back to bite Lyle. Both fighters miss here, though. It's actually the first time that event has ever come up. So I'm going to have to watch that. Toe-to-toe again. Lyle goes first from the outside. 16 is above a power check, though. He will still get 3 punches home. And Bonecrusher Smith looking to fire back. And 85. Smith misses. Minute to go in the round. Lyle, another good round, but still the action has subsided substantially. No stars for Smith from the inside. Toe-to-toe from the outside. Lyle first. 38 from the outside. And rips the jab. A couple of punches get through, and that adjustment plus 2 to power just misses. That almost gave him the opportunity to score a knockdown there, but he needed a 4 or less since he is fatigued. And Smith fires back, and that's going to be a miss as well. 40 seconds to go. Round number 9 has been a decisive round for Lyle, however. And Bonecrusher from the inside, 2 stars, and Lyle 2 from the outside. Lyle takes control, toe-to-toe from the outside. That black dice is stuck, 54. It's going to be a miss. Would have been a possible knockdown. Smith fires back. And remember, Lyle has left himself vulnerable here, 14. Smith lands 2 punches with the fatigue adjustment. 20 seconds to go in the round. No knockdown chance. So it looks like Lyle's reckless nature in this round will not help or hurt him as the round winds down. 1 star for Bonecrusher. He's in control from the inside. 68, that's going to be a miss. Lyle looking to counter. He misses well. That's the round. And 7 punches to 2 for Ron Lyle in that stanza as we get ready for our final round of the fight. And 5-punch differential on the judges' cards. All right, heading into the final round here. It is a close fight. The general feeling at ringside, though, is that Lyle will have to have something special to pull this out. A slight edge given by most ringsiders to Smith. And as we head into the final round, let's just check in on the chat. And Al, what are you cooking, Al? Hopefully you brought enough for everybody at the fight to enjoy as we head to round number 10 of this fight. Surprisingly, with as much power as these two both have, no knockdowns yet. Here we go. James Bonecrusher Smith from the outside. Both fighters 2 stars. And Lyle, he's going to go first on the toe-to-toe as he carries momentum into this round. And that's going to be a couple of punches land. And 4. Oh, earlier would have been a possible knockdown, but fatigue. Lyle does not have the steam on his punches. Smith lets the hands go. He misses. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the fight. Lyle knows he needs a big round here. Let's see if he pulls the stops out. Toe-to-toe again from the outside. Lyle first. Lyle misses. Smith resets. Feints, lets the hands go. And Bonecrusher from the outside misses as well. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Neither fighter has the speed they had earlier in this fight, as no stars for Bonecrusher. Lyle is in control from the outside. Would have a possible knockdown. He misses, though, and Bonecrusher can't counter. 2 minutes left in the fight. Looks like this one will be going to the judges' cards. 1 star for Bonecrusher. Lyle, toe-to-toe from the inside. Lyle goes first. And that will be a possible cut. So 28 from the inside as 2 punches get through for Ron Lyle. And we'll come back to check that after Smith goes. And Smith, 81 and 81. That is going to be a miss as well. So cut check. 8 or less, and the swelling does not worsen. No new facial injuries for Bonecrusher. Smith, no stars. Lyle, 1 from the inside. Lyle in control from the inside. 51. That is going to be a single punch landing with the fatigue. Defensive check for Bonecrusher Smith. And 7 takes it. Minute 20 seconds to go in the fight. Smith seems content to just hold on and try and coast to victory here. Another toe-to-toe exchange. Lyle goes first from the outside. 23. Lyle much busier down the stretch. 2 punches land. Bonecrusher sets up. Tries to answer back. Stymie the momentum a little bit. And 91. And that is going to be a clinch from the outside. So that's going to take a punch away that Lyle landed. Minute left in the fight. Six and a 2. And toe-to-toe again from the outside. And once again, Lyle goes first. And just gets through with a single punch there and another possible cut. Smith fires back, 77. That's going to be a miss. And Smith, cut check, 12. No, 40 seconds to go in the fight. Ron Lyle looking to finish strong, and 1 star for Bonecrusher, 2 for Lyle from the inside. Lyle in control, 98. And that is going to be another possible foul, and 6. That will indeed be a foul. No punch lands due to fatigue. So let's see what Mills Lang has to warn him for this time. 13. And 13, that is going to be the second warning for holding for Ron Lyle. And 3rd foul of the fight. And 2nd time will just be a warning still. 40 seconds to go in the fight. Lane tells him to finish big. And Bonecrusher Smith, no stars. Lyle, 2 from the inside. And that's a 0-0. Lyle, 5 big punches get through, reduced to 4. And Smith, trying desperately to defend himself, takes all of the punches. This is Lyle's biggest round of the fight. He's closing strong. Will it be enough, though? Smith, the final segment, takes control from the inside. 79 from the inside. That's going to be a miss. Lyle looking to finish with a counter. And 4 he does with a single punch getting through as the bell rings. And that is the fight. So Smith, these last 2 rounds just had trouble. His arms were heavy and tired. 12-punch differential in that round. And that should almost assuredly go to Lyle on all the judges' cards unless they're sleeping. And it does. So as we add up the scorecards, Lyle, he rallied and actually won the last 2 rounds decisively. We'll see if it is enough as the scorecards are being gathered. And Jimmy Lennon Jr. comes to the microphone as Al has brought meatballs for everybody in the chat. Hopefully they're spicy, Al, but here we go with our decision. Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division, we have a majority decision. Judge Louis Moret scores the fight 96-96, a draw. Judge Harold Letterman scores the fight 96-94. Judge John Keane scores the fight 96-95 for the winner by majority decision, James Bonecrusher Smith. So that was I'm glad I picked these 2. I thought that would be an interesting matchup. Lyle, because he was always such a tough opponent back in the day. And Smith, because he had that huge right hand, had issues from time to time with his chin, but neither fighter hit the deck in this one. It was a very clean fight. Both fighters took some heavy shots and remained upright the entire 10 rounds. So very close decision. Your final punch stats. And mostly this was due to Smith just fading at the end, where in the last 3 rounds he landed a total of 10 punches as tracked by CompuBox. 94-76 in terms of punches landed for Lyle, but Smith won the close rounds early in the fight, and that definitely made the difference as Lyle finished stronger down the stretch. So yeah, very good fight, good matchup, very even for these two. And two of the fighters that, you know, a lot of fighters in the second set from the 70s and 80s, and so many good heavyweights in that time. I mean, 70s and 80s to me was just a great period for boxing in general. Great heavyweights, and especially in the light heavyweight division, which will be the next set out, by the way. So let's dispense with those formalities. Let me get my camera off here, and we'll do our drawing for the two winners of the free heavyweight sets. Excuse that. Okay. So again, we had a total of 40 entries. I'm sorry, let me just get this balanced. All right, there we go. All right, so we will be drawing the winners from our Carl Hayden Falcons coaching cap, football team I coach. So again, we had 41 entries total. So great turnout. Appreciate everybody who entered this. And we will go with our first winner. And first winner of the second set of heavyweights is, wow, Rob, exclamation point. So Rob, actually, that's pretty cool. He does a lot of Glory Days boxing on his channel. So congratulations, Rob. You are winner number one. And winner number two is going to be Ray K. Ray K is the winner of the second set. So there you have our two winners, Rob exclamation point and Ray K. And appreciate everyone who entered. And Ray, I know I've got Rob's contact information. Ray, I don't have yours. I just want to make sure I have the right last name. So send me an email, please, at glorydaysgames19@yahoo.com to confirm. I'll try and figure it out by my shipping list, but I just want to be safe. So yeah, Ray, reach out, let me know so I can confirm for sure who you are. And I will get those again. These cards will be shipping on Monday. So thanks to everyone who entered. Again, 41 entries, awesome. And guys, it's been like it's been a year now since we released the game, just over a year. And again, very, very humbled and appreciative of the support everyone's given the game. So the feedback too, and suggestions. And one thing too with the community, I like to involve everybody who plays the game and what card sets are coming out next. The last 3 sets have actually been by community vote, and by popular vote, the heavyweights will be the next, light heavyweights will be the next set out, and a lot of great matchups to look forward to there. Prior to T. Sky Howard says, "Lucky bastards." Prior to getting going on the light heavyweights, I'm going to get some tomato cans out. And basically what this will be is 30 fighters, just 30 scrub fighters, either 2 stars or 1 star that you can use to build records on. And, a couple of the names will be a little lighthearted, like as an example, if you ever played the Punch-Out video game back in the 80s, one of the tomato cans is Joe Glass, kind of an homage to Glass Joe. We have Bull Baldino, which is an homage to Bald Bull. Dangerous puncher with a terrible chin, kind of like Bob Satterfield. And there is a Sandman nickname in the tomato cans as well. But anyway, I think that'll be a fun set. Again, that'll be a free set that will be released via PDF only for download from Sideline Strategy. I'll let the community know when it's up. And again, just for those that want to build a career and use some scrubby fighters instead of having good fighters fight each other right out the gate. So we will close things here. Hey, appreciate everyone stopping in to watch the fights. And Dale, yeah, I agree. You know, and it's kind of when you grow up too. I mean, I was a teenager in the 70s. Um, and that's also when I started boxing. And, you know, there you get free fights on Wide World of Sports. I remember Danny Little Red Lopez, one of my favorite fighters. He was also from Utah, from Roosevelt. Very exciting fighter, featherweight champion. Tended to get knocked down and then get up and kick ass later in the fight. He ran into probably one of the all-time great featherweights, though, and Salvador Sanchez lost his title to him. And it was a good run for Little Red. But, you know, a lot of great fighters always on TV. You know, you could catch someone every week around that time, too. Hector Macho Camacho, who I didn't like at first, but learned to appreciate, extremely fast. Of course, you'd see Sugar Ray Leonard on TV, Thomas Hearns, Hagler as well. Just a great time for boxing. But let's get through the chat. Al Red Sox fan, printed set. Yeah, printed set. I picked up Friday from the printer. I'm in the process of sorting it now. That's really the only pain in the ass with this game, is sorting the cards out, because it's cheaper. I can keep the cost point down by doing the sorting myself versus having him collate and sort the printed sets. You know, that saves me well, almost $2 a set on printing costs. So that lets me keep the cost down a little bit. Red Sox, Mike Rossman. Yeah, there are a lot of great heavyweights from the 70s and 80s. It's going to have the light heavyweight set will have Rossman, Mike Quarry, of course, Matthew Saad Mohammed, James Franklin, Yaki Lopez, Dwight Muhammad Quai. So many great fighters, light heavyweights. And of course, going back in history too, I'll probably do a Bob Fitzsimmons light heavyweight card. He's also in the heavyweight set. Joe Choyansky. Light heavyweight division came along a little too late for him, but he truly would have excelled there. I think he would have been a world champion. He fought from middleweight to heavyweight and really never weighing more than about 174, 75 pounds. But heavyweights that fought him said Choyansky was one of the hardest punchers they faced. He knocked Jack Johnson out in 2 rounds when they fought in Galveston, Texas. And Johnson credited Choyansky. They were locked up after the fight. He credited Choyansky with really helping him to become the fighter that he was. So, yeah, lots of good fighters there. Of course, Archie Moore will be in there. Battling Siki will be in there. George Carpentier, who stepped up unsuccessfully to challenge for the heavyweight title. Michael Spinks, obviously. So, yeah, just it'll be a fun set. I'm looking forward to getting started on that. Probably we'll get started researching and rating that about a week from now, after I get everything else in place and get caught up on orders. So let's see, anything else? Hey, Dale, thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words and support. And so you're almost a Steeler fan, almost done with year 1 of his career league. I would love to see some results on that. Molino Bettina will be in there. Dead, you know, Billy Kahn. Come on now. Another one who stepped up unsuccessfully to challenge for the heavyweight championship. And, you know, and what I'm going to do with this second heavyweight set too is kind of reboot a heavyweight career league, and thinking about doing kind of a lineal champion thing where I'll start with Sullivan and he'll defend against other fighters active at that time period, and culminating finally fighting the person that took the title from them. So in Sullivan's case, it would be James Corbett. If he loses the title before he gets to Corbett, that fighter will become lineal champion and will ultimately face Corbett, and kind of do that throughout history and see how that comes out as much as I can get to it. Definitely Bob Foster's in there. Bob Foster was exceptional. He stepped up to heavyweight, just could not take the punches from the big boys. Got jacked up, but he was an exceptional light heavyweight. Joey Maxim is another one. So, yeah, there's going to be a plethora. Light heavyweight actually has enough talent that it may warrant a second set. What I think I'll probably do, in fact, is with light heavyweights and middleweights, because there's so much talent that is still out there. after I release the light heavyweights and get the other weight divisions out. I want to get some lower weight divisions too, featherweights, bantams, give them some love. But probably we'll do a supplemental combo middleweight, light heavyweight set down the road, since there's going to be some very good fighters that missed the cut at light heavy, and there were definitely some good ones that missed the cut at middleweight. So yeah, and I've checked out your post on Operation Sports. That's right, I've checked those results out, so I got to catch up with that. And I appreciate you also representing the game there as well. Definitely appreciated. So anyway, thanks to everyone who entered, and again, thanks for support of the game. And again, thanks to our two winners, Rob ! And Ray K. Ray K, make sure you send me an email so I make sure I have the right person. And Rob, I do have your contact information. So I hope everyone has a great Saturday. And until next time, and again, if you've ordered the heavyweight second set, it will be shipped on Monday. So you should have that middle to end of next week. Again, thanks for the support, guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk to y'all later. Be safe out there.